The function f is given by f of x is equal to 2x cubed minus 4. I need to show that f inverse of 50 is equal to 3. So first I need to work out what the f inverse function is going to be. Now, two ways we can do this. First thing is I can look at the f of x function carefully and reverse all of the steps. So the first step here is x cubed. It's then times by 2, then subtract the 4. Let's do those steps in reverse. So instead of subtracting the 4, we're going to add 4. Instead of multiplying by 2, we're going to divide by 2. And instead of cubing, we're going to cube root. Alternatively, what I could do is I could take the f of x function. Instead of writing f of x, I'm actually going to write y to make my life just a little bit easier. And I'm going to remember that the inverse function swaps the x and the y around. Now I'm going to rearrange to make y the subject by adding 4 to both sides. Divide both sides by 2. And then cube rooting both sides. So two different ways of getting the same inverse function there. But once we've got the inverse function, let's just go back and remind ourselves what the question said. We have to substitute 50 into this. So the cube root of 50 plus 4 divided by 2. 50 plus 4 is 54. Divided by 2 is 27. The cube root of 27 is 3, which is what we needed to show. We're then told that the functions g and h are given by g of x is equal to x plus 2, and h of x is equal to x squared. We need to find the values of x for which hg of x is equal to 3x squared plus x minus 1. So this is saying to substitute the g function into the h function. So substituting this into there. So doing x plus 2 squared. And when does that equal 3x squared plus x minus 1? Right, let's expand these brackets. So we've got the x times x is x squared. The x times 2 is 2x, but we have 2 of them. The 2 times the 2 is 4. We are now going to subtract x squared from both sides. We're going to subtract 4x from both sides. And subtract the 4 from both sides. So the left-hand side is just 0 now. The right-hand side is 2x squared minus 3x minus 5. We're then going to factorise that. So we know we need to have a 2x and an x to get the 2x squared. I know I need a 5 and a minus 1, or a minus 5 and a plus 1. I'm going to guess and say this is going to be a plus 5 and that's going to be a minus 1, and let's see if that works. The 2x times the minus 1 will be minus 2x, the 5, and the x would be a plus 5x, and the 5x and the minus 2x would make a plus 3, not a minus 3x. So I've got that wrong. I've got that the wrong way around. So instead, let's have a minus 5 here and a plus 1. And again, let's just double check that. Minus 5 times x is minus 5x. The 2 times the 1 is a 2x, so we've got a 2x and a minus 5x, which does make the minus 3x, so I know I've got that right. Which means that I can now write down the answers of x being equal to 5 over 2 or x being equal to minus 1.